Moraru Gheorghe coming hot off the heels of a fantastic stoppage win over Jimmy Nolan last time out at Cage Conflict 8. And he's looking better and better each time we see him. And that's a beautiful straight right down the hatch. Very, very decorated striker. Taekwondo, kickboxing background. He was a national champion in Moldova, Romania, Ukraine. Transitioned into MMA in the last year or two and has gone 3-0 since he began this journey. Venom in some of these strikes. Beautiful switch kick and returned in great fashion by Ruairi Burke. Ruairi Burke catches a nice counter right there just as Gheorghe stepped in. That's the right tactic to use. Close the distance, get a hold of a striker at that level and try and put him on his back. Gheorghe not giving this one up too easily. He's battling gamely, keeping his balance on that right hand and finds himself elevated and dumped on his backside now. Excellent forward pressure from Ruairi Burke. And he's tied around the neck of Moraru Gheorghe here. Gheorghe now trying to set up a takedown attempt of his own. Burke doing well just to pummel that whizzer inside and maintains his balance on that right foot. Burke has been busy himself. He's 3-3 record he's accumulated and his wins over some great fighters. Fufu Fares, Craig McGrattan, who's fighting later on the main event here, the main card. And he's 1-1 against Jordan Bradshaw, so he's been testing himself. Beautiful head kick there from Burke. Nice knee to the body. Gheorghe now trying to connect those hands. And suck Burke away from the cage. Burke showing strong hips. Gheorghe gets him down, but almost lands in a bad crucifix position. Scrambles well to recover. Gets his head inside and looks to connect on a single, but Burke drops to one knee very well. Base is out. And there's the end of a very, very entertaining first round. Garlines gets round 2 underway.
Couldn't get rid of me for that long.
You missed a cracking first round here, Andrew, while you were off dealing with those technical difficulties. These guys are going hell for leather here. Moraru Gheorghe has landed some beautiful strikes so far, but Ruairi Burke is having some success of his own.
There seems to be a big commitment in terms of some of those knees from like the overhook clinch, you know what I mean? Like people throw them with the good intentions, but you end up losing a bit of the position more often than not. It's a nice clamp, good takedown.
Yeah, Gheorghe showing that he's not just a decorated striker. He's well able to wrestle. It's the second time now that he's got Burke to the floor. Really good pressure. Burke scrambling well, trying to get himself up, use the cage, and gets himself back to his feet excellently and turns the tables on Moraru Gheorghe.
Lovely time shot there from Ruairi, especially off the break. Gheorghe threw a big swinging left.
Yeah. He got right under that left hand and connected his hands instantly. Both guys showing really good takedown defense and really good reactions to being taken down. They've both displayed great urgency in getting back to the feet so far.
Well, that was initially a nice reaction there from Gheorghe, because Ruairi was keeping his ear very close to the hip, so he thought, I'm going to swap to a cross-face front type position. Ruairi countered it very well to be able to finish this takedown. Good levels of exchanges here in terms of the cage work and the grappling, and I think it's kind of shown how important of an element of the game that it actually is, even from the earliest stages of amateur. You need to be working this part of it.
Absolutely.
You can look as good as you want on pads, but
yeah,
when you're being pushed up against the cage and you need to know, is it an underhook, an overhook, or what is it I need? That's what's going to get you far.
Yeah, both guys making superb adjustments to bad positions, and that's why this fight has been back and forth so much. Neither guy accepting bad positions easily. Those are big knees from Burke. Four of them back to back. Both guys still throwing with great power, even 6 minutes in.
Yeah, that was like 4 straight knees to the stomach in a row from Ruairi.
Yeah, it's been a high-paced 2 rounds so far.
So just for anyone that is currently watching us, Paul, we sound fine in our ears, and depending on what people are watching on, we may be a little bit lower. So we're going to have an intermission in a couple of fights' time regardless, which is whenever. We're going to take it out, we're going to blow in it, we're going to fix it that way. You know,
turn it off and turn it back
on again. And if the stream does go off for within a fight or two, don't worry, just refresh us in a second and we'll be back on.
Yeah, teething problems.
It's like that image from The Simpsons, technical difficulties, and the dog has the cable in its mouth. I don't know if you're a big Simpsons fan.
Of course, yeah. Back when it was good. Interesting to see what the scores are in this so far. I mean, it could very well come down to this round. A switch kick again from Gheorghe. Second time we've seen it.
Finish this thing, finish this.
Burke showing amazing conditioning so far in this bout, because he's walked through some fires to get to these connected positions. He's given it up now, though. He's found himself on his back temporarily, at least.
Yeah, good persistence in hunting for that elbow from Gheorghe there in terms of taking his base away from him. He's just going to get a wee bit higher than him here. I think here could start to expose the back. Be looking to use that left hand to wrist control the top arm, not the bottom arm. Because now the Kimura is connected. If we had a swap for that top arm, there'd be no Kimura grip right now. This could be used well. It's just a problem with the cage being behind you from this position. You can't generate the momentum that you'd like.
And he's giving it up now. He's giving up his back. Well, there's no hooks, but he's got that wrist control, which of course is keeping. Now Gheorghe has that one arm wrapped around the neck, and Burke spins to try and take that pressure off. And Gheorghe scrambled to try and take that back, but just missed.
You know, this is a very closely matched fight, but that last sequence is one that Ruairi might watch back on and just be like, because he came free, he was on top, and he just dropped the shot down too quickly, and he lost his base a wee bit, and Gheorghe was able to reinstigate an attack.
Yeah.
But he's, even this hand, the gloves connected, one over the back, one in the front. Very strong counter wrestling position here from Ruairi.
Been a relentless pace over the 3 rounds. George maybe has found his way to the back, 3/4 mount on the back at least, but he's shaking off.
I think he's lost it again, but he's persistent with this headlock.
Yeah,
we don't see enough
headlock. Yeah.
We don't see enough headlocks in mixed martial arts anymore, or jiu-jitsu for that matter.
Saw plenty of them in primary school, I tell you.
That's so squeeze. He's just keeping this headlock.
It's actually up over the eyebrows now. It's not under the chin. There you go.
We saw a constant shocked expression on Ruairi's face there from the fact that the headlock had gone so high.
Yeah. George is in deep on the hips again.
Some great base here, I have to say.
Absolutely. He's displayed this throughout in a couple of these positions. One last chance to finish strong. Big shot from Burke.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to your judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge number 1 scores this bout 30-27, George. Judge number 2 scores this bout 29-28, Burke. And judge number 3 scores this bout 30-27 for your winner by split decision, Moraru Gheorghe!